Hey everybody, I'm PJ DeCaesar, and I wanted to make a quick announcement video to let you all know that I have launched a Patreon page as of very recently. And also as part of that, I'm going to be giving a quick update for what my plans are going to be for my YouTube channel here and for content on my website moving forward. And this is something that I've been mulling over for a little over a year, but I never really pulled the trigger because I didn't think that the Patreon model really fit with what I was trying to do with my projects. And with there being so many other different ways to support a streamer, it felt particularly grubby for me to launch a Patreon page in addition. But I've gotten a lot of requests from people over the past few years to start one because I'd much prefer to use that than the existing means. And I thought it would help me it helped me to prioritize and organize my projects moving forward. So let's get into it. Let's get into what's going on here. So my YouTube channel historically has been just for archiving my speedruns. There would be basically no uploads until a new run was completed. Maybe like very rarely I'd upload like a new strategy or something if I wanted to share it with a few different people. But it's generally just been like the raw, clean recording of just game audio of a finished speedrun, and then one additional copy with commentary. And it's been this way for a while, and that's been a conscious decision of mine, just to keep the YouTube channel clean and free from bloat, so that it would be easy to browse. If there was a newcomer and they wanted to see what other games I've run, they don't have to go through 200 different videos that are just nonsense. But I really like making instructional and informative videos for my games. I've invested a tremendous amount of time in these games because, for better or for worse, I enjoy playing them. Even the game that you're seeing here, Batman Forever is a complete mess, but I enjoy playing it. And for a lot of these games, there is just like no information out there. I mean, Batman Forever has a few FAQs that are conflicting, and none of them are accurate. And it's really difficult if you just want to figure out what to do, what the gadgets do, what the controls are like, or if you want to do a 100% playthrough like we're watching now, you have to do just a whole bunch of research from scratch, or piece together some bits from YouTube videos here and there. And I've run so many different unique games over the years, and I'm really the only one qualified to make videos for most of them. So before I, move on from speedrunning sometime down the road and the information's just lost forever, I want to start documenting this stuff so other people can use it. And the sooner the better. So moving forward, I'm going to start to make more of these videos. Some tutorials, speedrun tutorials, certainly for buying a Commando and ActRaiser 2, probably for Mega Man 7. Those would probably be the only games right now that I would do actual tutorials for. And I'll be using this layout for all of them. I have this this little visual indicator on the side with these headers. Where the helicopter is hovering is what we're currently talking about, so it's really easy to just quickly browse through the thumbnails and find out if this is a topic you're interested in seeing. Obviously, I can draw all over the screen now, which is great. It's going to help me to show what's going on. If I wanted to show you what an enemy hitbox is, I can draw. I can make rectangles. I can point to Nacho Kid, which is a ridiculous name. I can show you how many lives I've got. I can do all kinds of really cool stuff. This tool has really enabled me to make some nice illustrations and be very clear. So yeah, lots of tutorials for speedruns, some informational videos for Robotrek. Probably for Batman Forever, for a lot of these games that really just don't have a lot of accurate information out there. I wanna make some interesting things, and then probably some glitch videos to show some of the weird things that I've seen in games, just to put it out there and explain how things are actually done. So if someone comes along later and is really interested in trying to innovate something cool, they at least have the fundamentals and can start working from there. But these are things that I really want to work on. It's just a matter of time. And then as far as the website is concerned, my website is up here. For those of you who don't know that it is launched, TheSuperSNES TV is where you can find it. Right now it's the hub for everything related to my stream. All all of the past playthroughs I've done, any special events I've run, means to support me, links to my Teespring channel, like all kinds of really good stuff there. But I want to expand the game information section. This is, again, working as a supplement to the video content, or maybe the video content's a supplement to the website. It doesn't really matter. But already on there, I have this really cool interactive map viewer for Mohawk and headphone jack. And again, I'm the only person in the world with that capability. I was sent the source code by the game developer, and using that, I dumped pixel-perfect maps with, you know, all of these toggleable layers for gravity vectors and collision detection and other properties that you just can't access anywhere else on the internet. So Jables made me this really cool interactive map viewer, and that's on there now. There's a full bestiary for RoboTrack, which is 100% accurate, dumped from code, and that doesn't exist anywhere else on the internet. There's information for ActRaiser 2. There will soon be a page for Mega Man 7 for the rush search mechanics. There's a whole bunch of information for all these games that I really need to document, and the website is going to be the hub. So all of the videos that I make are going to be linked there. I might write up like annotations there in case you don't want to see it. You can get a quick summary by reading. Any like supplemental tools, like the password generator for ActRaiser 2, for instance, will be hosted on the website. Reference pictures for the truck positions for Bionic Commando. All kinds of really cool and really useful references and supplements will be hosted on the website. So this has been planned for a while. Again, like a year to a year and a half. I've had this plan of making the website this comprehensive database for all of my games, because it's really hard if you're getting into speedrunning now to actually find information, because everything is kind of organized through Discords right now, Discord servers. So I wanted to have something permanent that I had control over, that's easy to browse and has information that's useful to runners. The issue is that I stream full-time, and I already struggle finding time to organize my stream and plan and schedule my stream. Doing all of this work on top of it just eats into that, and I can only work so many hours a day. So a lot of these things I've had planned for a very long time, and I just haven't been able to get around to them. Like the Bionic Commando tutorial I've had outlined, I've had videos made for a year and a half, and I haven't gotten around to actually recording the segments yet. So my plan for this is to integrate Patreon into this, and I want to be really clear up front that I'm not going to hide any of my information, any of my resources behind a paywall. As per usual, everything's going to be available by request. By request makes it sound a lot more formal than it is. But if anybody ever has any questions about the games that I run, they're free to ask, and I'll give them an honest answer and give them as many resources as I can. Everything's always going to be available. But I want to use Patreon to help me prioritize the projects moving forward. A lot of these things are of great interest to me. Like the RoboTrack calculator is something that I've personally been motivated to work on, and something that I prioritize because I really want to. But I have no idea if it's ever going to be used by anybody else. So I'm going to use the Patreon to gauge interests in these projects. And it's not going to be like a bidding war or a bunch of different pools where you can pick what I'm going to work on next. It's just going to be more like, if I see that there's a lot of support coming through the Patreon, I will interpret that as interest in these other projects, interest in me developing more website content and more YouTube content to help spread this information about these games. And that'll motivate me more to work on them and get the content out there. If I see that there isn't much support through the Patreon page, I'm still going to make it because it's stuff that I want to work on. But I will know that my priority should stay with the streaming side of things, making sure that things are good there instead of taking some of my free time to work on web content. So, yeah, as I mentioned, it's not going to be behind a paywall. The information is going to be rolled out. The content is going to be rolled out regardless. But the frequency, the rate at which I'll be churning out new information and new pages and new videos is going to greatly depend on the support that I see from the Patreon page. So it's going to be linked in the description below. Feel free to support, feel free to spread the word. I don't have plans at the moment for any like specific tiered rewards or anything through Patreon, because again, the issue is that I already don't have enough time to work on all of the projects I have on my plate, and adding more Patreon specific things is just going to make it impossible for me to work on anything else. I might have like Patreon specific channels in my Discord, where supporters can give me more direct feedback on content that they like or don't like, or content that they would like to see in the future, to really help me like more directly steer and more directly focus my projects. But I honestly have no plans beyond that right now. As I said, I'm just going to be using it to gauge interest in these. So feel free to support it if you'd like. There's no pressure, but I want to have the option out there for those of you who want to support me and support my stream and support my my other projects, but don't want to give Twitch money or don't want to give PayPal money or whatever the case may be. Just giving you another option. And if you don't want to support me in any way, well, if you don't want to support me in any way, that kind of sucks. But if you don't want to give me money, that's absolutely fine. I appreciate your support just by watching my videos and giving me feedback, watching my runs, watching my stream, following, whatever you do. I appreciate the support. But I wanted to give the option out there, and I wanted to let you guys know what I'm going to be doing moving forward. So with that, I think that's all that I wanted to cover here. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening and for supporting me. And I hope you enjoy the content that I start rolling out. Thank you.